with UFC Hall of Famer Khabib Nurmagomedov getting back on the proving ground here tonight. And a new look corner, is that Hasbulla there?
Yeah, I mean, Hasbulla is in the corner with Khabib. Khabib loves him. He's always talking about him. He spends time with him. But the one thing is, while Hasbulla is there, Khabib Nurmagomedov's approach will not change. This guy is an absolute grinder, man. He is just a dog. He will go forward, get in your face, hit him. You will not deter Khabib Nurmagomedov from accomplishing the ultimate goal, and that's keeping that 0 on the right side of his record.
And if you're Javier Mendez, you just got to make sure that you let Hasbulla get in there between rounds. Little guy's got a lot to say. Khabib Nurmagomedov steps inside the octagon and is ready to fight. Every time out in the UFC, DC, this man has put on a striking clinic, and that is his methodology coming in here tonight. He'll try to keep the fight on the floor.
And that's why we tune in, right? That's why we tune in. We tune in to see guys that are dynamic. We tune in for the speed. We tune in for the knowledge of the striking game, the ability to set traps, the ability to find the jab, the ability to find the right hand, the right kick, the left kick, the knees, the elbows. He truly uses every weapon that he has in his arsenal to try and finish his opponents. You make one mistake, night's over. You cannot make mistakes against a guy that has the striking acumen of this guy right here.
And the jab is not as underutilized a weapon as it was in MMA, say 5 or 7 years ago, but he's got as good a jab as anyone in the business, and that is where all of his striking flows off of. We'll see how it goes for him in this matchup tonight. Till the date for this, our main event of the evening. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the former UFC lightweight champion and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, Mauricio Shogun Rua.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one.
Ready.
Good to have you with us tonight. Of course, we are inside Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, USA. And every time I walk through these walls, I can't help but think about Gilbert Melendez and Diego Sanchez going toe-to-toe. Back in UFC 166, remember Rogan? Oh, my God!
It was the craziest fight. You could not believe what you were watching. These two guys said, this is the night that we make history. We're going to stand on a quarter in the middle of the octagon and let them fly, and that they did. Houston, the Toyota Center, has been home to some of the greatest fights in UFC history.
All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Good work from the top here by Nurmagomedov.
He's setting up the armbar.
Ooh, that looks tight.
Looks like it's getting tight.
Oh, he's out. The fight's gonna continue.
Oh my goodness, I thought it was over. I thought this fight was over. Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Now inside the closed guard.
And he's gonna try to find ways to...
Oh, great technique on the overhand, now he's hurt.
That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, in the night, that one lands right on the spot.
Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. Well, it seems like there has been an opening for that overhand all night long. Let's see if he goes back to it here. So another big takedown for the Dagestani Khabib Nurmagomedov. Whether he's fighting a bear or a human being, it just doesn't seem to matter.
He passes to half guard. There it is. Now he's going to mount.
Nurmagomedov's trying to lock up on a submission now. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. Oh, submission defense on full display there.
He said that he was very aware of what this guy brought to the octagon, and it showed in that defense. Big ground and pound.
Well, defense doesn't always win championships in MMA, but how about the submission defense tonight, thwarting one attempt after the next?
Yeah, and the fact that he's just constantly under attack tells you he was very prepared for the type of fighter that he was in front of. He knew there would be some submissions coming his way. He was ready to defend them, and he has done that beautifully.
If you're the bottom fighter, DC, what do you do?
You got to move. You got to shrimp. You got to get off on a hip to try to move your opponent off of you or pull him down to close the space.
Drops down inside the... Now, Khabib's got his head looking for a guillotine choke. That guillotine is tight. All right, working on a submission now.
And they're both fighting now. Fight IQ on full display there. Recognizing he was losing the sub, elected to keep the dominant position.
Oh, and he's able to land a strike there from the bottom. Nicely done by Rua.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here. Great ground and pound by this man.
Oh, staying busy from top position. He lands another ground strike there. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes out the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
30 seconds now to go in round one. Nurmagomedov's trying to get the triangle here. Let's see if he can close the show. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
He's up. What's this defense on this play?
Final seconds of round one. Well, Rua's right back to the full mount here. Really maximizing his shots here on the ground. Closes the gap and gets the single collar tie now. Round two straight ahead. All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
All right, just about ready to go here with the start of round two. Shogun Rua versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Well, in that previous round, didn't huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Oh, nice level change.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Nurmagomedov. Moving his head pretty well defensively on the ground here. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Nurmagomedov. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep. It looks like he's trying to get an arm triangle, but he's got to get to the opposite side, get his chest to the mat, and find that finish.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
Well, you don't want to say Khabib is falling in love with his striking, but he certainly is boxing more than he did early on in his UFC career. Now we'll see if he can follow it up. All right, so he continues to land a high volume of strikes. You know, sometimes when you play basketball, you're in the zone. This dude's in the zone.
This guy's throwing his basketball in the midst of the ocean. He can't miss anything that he throws. Every kick lands. Every punch lands. He is just outclassing this guy on the feet. You have got to find a way to change the way that this fight is playing out, or your night's going to end very early.
Just over 3 minutes to go. Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him. Oh, he's setting up an arm bar now. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC.
Trying to finish the armbar here. All he's got to do now is take his time, and the finish will present itself.
Well, he's got his back now. Nurmagomedov's right back to the full mount.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Oh, this could be over soon. Just over 2 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
Watch the arm bar going up. He's got it isolated.
Oh, working hard for the arm bar now.
Oh my goodness, he's getting it tight.
Come on, let's go.
Wow, submission defense, he gets out.
I mean, the calmness in that moment. It looked like the fight was over. He was able to clear his head, put the guy into the mount. Not a great position, but much better than getting his arm snapped in half from an arm bar.
Oh, huge elbow.
Oh, big elbow. Now he's got good body position, yo.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Nurmagomedov. Oh, his ground and pound is on full display here tonight. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount.
I mean, at this point, you just have to do something. You know, you have to maybe start trying to pull guard, grab him, pull him into you to try to change it and get him in your realm where you have the advantage.
Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Nurmagomedov. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Man, how fun is this to watch as he continues to dole out damage with the ground and pound.
Take it back to the days of guys like Mark Coleman, just beating people up in the ground and pound. This guy is a throwback fighter. He's very fun to watch.
Yeah, the Godfather would be proud. All right, crowd absolutely loving it as the fighters, however compromised, make their way back to the feet.
They may be tired, but that tired, that fatigue is warranted. That was a high-level grappling exchange between two phenomenal grapplers.
He engages in a single collar tie. All right, that's the end of round number 2. All right, there's the horn. What a round it was, DC. And, of course, the seminal moment, that big knockdown that nearly got his opponent out of there for good.
Almost finished the fight, but now he needs to reset, right? Don't rush. Go back out into the next round and just try to find that shot again. If he rushes, if he overexerts himself, he will run out of energy and put himself at risk of losing the fight.
All right, so there is the horn. At times in that previous round, I didn't think we'd get here after that head kick nearly had him out of there.
It was a good round. leading up to that. But when you take a head kick like that, when your opponent gets your entire body into that kick, usually the night's over. Very tough to still be standing, but he can't take many more like that.
Ready to fight? Ready.
Third round underway. Shogun gets caught by that straight punch, beautifully landed by the opposition. Nice job offensively as the strike lands clean. Oh, a huge shot finds the target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it, to go and end the fight. He's going Kimura now.
Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Oh, gives up on the submission now. We'll see where he goes from here. All right, so perhaps he's going to have to address something defensively. There is a legitimate cut around his eye.
Yeah, he got cut on the eye from that last strike. He's got to pay attention now before it gets worse.
Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight. Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it. Look at him attack that arm triangle on the opposite side. When it's time to finish, he will lock his hands, pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get all the way down to his opponent's neck to try to choke him out and finish the fight. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike. It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on. Well, his grappling has been on point thus far, and don't think he's going to slow down. He can keep up this pace through the whole fight. Especially when he's on top, in the top position, where he's controlling the exchanges, controlling the transitions. He can do it with his eyes closed. This is something he's been doing since he was a young man. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Man, he's killing it on the ground. Another strike gets through. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Nurmagomedov's back in full mount. We passed the midpoint here of the fight. Really smart approach by the offensive fighter, badgering that cut. More blood by the minute. If head movement wasn't important, Khabib's trying to get a triangle submission here. Oh, good technique there. He's got the triangle choke locked in. This is some exhausting work, man.
I mean, it is so tiring to be fighting in this way. So much wrestling, so much grappling, expending all this energy, trying to hold the guy down. I mean, no takedown is not fought. No reversal is not fought. Everything they're doing is fought to the very last minute before it gets given up. There's a lot of good movement.
Well, Rua's in half guard. Working in half guard here, making these shots count. Well, it's been a wild fight thus far. Perhaps a contender for some bonus money at fight's end. These guys are going to have to dig deep. They're both hurt.
They're both hurt.
Submission attempts in bunches, another one here. Oh, compromising spot here. Triangle choke is locked in.
This has got to be the end of the fight.
There's the tap. Back with style points tonight.
Holy.
What a moment for this fighter here tonight. Called his shot. Gets the win by way of submission. That after part is going to be on fire.
He got to his position. He found the submission. He squeezed and got it done. It was amazing to watch, and it was amazing to be a part of the broadcast for such an amazing performance.
All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
Just watch how slowly he approaches the submission, though. He never rushes. He takes his time, but it's his trickiness. It's his ability to trick people into going to the floor with him that puts them in danger and finishing fights.
We now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 43 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by submission due to a triangle choke, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
All right, so Khabib Nurmagomedov had a lot of submissions late in his UFC title run. He gets another one here tonight, and when you get to the ground with this guy, caution flammable.
Absolutely. I mean, he's one of those guys that really can dominate you if you aren't careful.